Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your fire pit chat. Your daily dose of all things Love Island.
Episode 16, take 4. We're going to start with Whitney and Mehdi kissing on the terrace. I think it's genuine.
I'm skeptical.
Right. Jasmine's skeptical. I think she might be the definition of a slow burner. Instead of just saying she's a slow burner, it might actually be showing her actions are slow burning.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that to me is a sign that it's not working. It's forcing.
Like, how slow is a slow burn?
Right.
Even in the real world, after 2 to 3 weeks and one kiss with a guy, I know if I like genuinely want to jump his bones or not.
It's so true.
And I'm not saying you need to jump his bones, but you can't be scared, quote, scared,
right,
to kiss him once on the terrace. And I get, you can cuddle with a guy easy. Like, they've been showing some affection. That's easy. I can do that to my freaking uncle. But to kiss and to be like scared to kiss, it's just like, it's giving, I'm forcing this.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. She could be a super slow burner and she wants to like him and she's trying to work her way up to it. But like, why do you got to work your way up to it so badly?
Yeah. And I think we need to start thinking about the fact that you're supposed to think about life outside. And this is never going to work outside.
Right.
You will say sayonara so fast, Whitney.
So fast. In one night, if he's not, if you don't want to kiss him in that night, that first night out at the club, like you're not thinking about him when you're at Sunday brunch with your girlfriends.
Yeah.
So I just think like Whitney doesn't need to like settle. Like she's young, she's funny, she's a catch. She doesn't need to like force herself to settle for Mehdi if it's not 100% there. So if it's not, I'm fine with that too. I like them together. They're entertaining.
I do find their chemistry, whatever it may be, is like off the charts though. Like even when they have so much fun, they're so in sync. Like, yeah, compatible, meaning friends maybe, but just, I also really love that Mehdi was like, I like the way you are and you could be what you want. Like, he does respect that, but, and I die at, will you ever move to France? No. And so I found their chemistry at that table, like, so in sync. It wasn't even funny. Like, they are on the same page, humor-wise, personality-wise. But again... Yeah, so I guess we'll just wait on that. But then let's move on to the Sammy and Jess situation where Sammy and Jess are up by the fire pit. When is Sammy going to realize that we're never going to be on your side?
Right.
So whatever this story that you're trying to spin, it's not fucking working.
Right. I'm so confused by Sammy's actions though. Like I was watching it and I'm really trying to figure it out because...
I know.
He wants Jess to be obsessed with him. But he wants to be open to whoever wants to talk to him. But Jess has to only have eyes for Sammy. But the second she does say, like, I'm a little bit open to Mitch, he gets so upset. It seems like more ego than he cared about what Jess was doing. Like, he needs Jess to be obsessed with him, and he's just a free bird. But then when Jess was like trying to figure it out between them, he couldn't be arsed. Like he was like, don't talk to me. I said, get on with him. I said, get on. Like not letting her get a word in.
Oh my God, the way he repeated that. No, I did say, get on with him. Get on with him. It's like,
I hate having disagreements with people like that.
Right.
And there are people that's how they disagree. They're like, I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's like, shut the fuck up. Let me speak. This is not a discussion.
And she said, I let you talk to Leah. And Sammy's like, it's like, we need an answer right now. It's like, why does
5 minutes?
Why does Jess need to answer when the moment she just decides she wants to talk to Mitch? And he does. He's like putting an ultimatum on her, but he doesn't even want the ultimatum.
That's why I'm confused because he wants her to pick him, but then he wants to stay open. He said that in the challenge.
Exactly.
And
it's like, I think he's like, thinks that people acted, he's mad about how he acted. Deep down, all guys are just like mad about how they didn't do something. Like when they show anger or get mad at something, it's like they're mad at themselves. It's deep down what the issue is.
Right.
So I don't know if he's mad at how he handled it, or if he thinks that he handled it right. And now he's like trying to turn it on Jess, saying like, you're now doing what everyone got mad at me for. It's like literally not the same.
Also, I think he's like scraping for validation. So like the fact that he could perhaps point Jess out as a hypocrite, he is like loving that because that makes him not the bad guy anymore because you did it too, you know? And I'm just so confused by him because my initial, again, gut is telling me that he's not that into Jess. But then this getting mad about her talking to Mitch seems like he cares about Jess. But I think more what it is caring about his ego.
Right. And the stuff that he was like spewing out loud, like his arguments, I can't even believe that the guys were entertaining what he was saying.
Seriously.
Where are the guys being like, you need to kind of, even Mitch said it, but he's the wrong guy to say it. It's just like, you need to, by reacting is not reacting sometimes. And like, he's just showing little boy energy.
Seriously, couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, and just like called that out.
Even Tyrique was like, well, you were getting to know Leah. So even Tyrique was trying to break it down for Sammy. And also something about Sammy, it just crossed my mind and I'm losing it now. And it's gone. Lost it.
Talked about
something about him. It was something about the way he was like saying something to Jess. I think it will come back to me.
Yeah. Well, how cringe was Mitch being like, I'll go talk to her, bro. And he's like, you're the hero. It's like, what is wrong with you, Mitchell? What are you trying to do? You have a motive. You can't say things like that when you have a motive.
Right. Like, if anything, Mitch should have been like, Sammy, can we talk? Like, Mitch doesn't know how to act.
I know.
It's so weird.
It's bizarre.
It's so, this is what I was going to say.
You scared me. No, you know what? There was a fucking bug. Mike is gone for 6 nights, and there was a bug. The craziest looking bug. And I'm like, of course.
Freaky bug?
A freaky fucking bug. And I had to like stab it with the shoe. It was too, you know when like a shoe is too close?
Yeah.
Stab. Wasn't dying. I was in the corner. Like the shoe wasn't hitting it. So I literally thought it was back.
The bug followed me here to the studio.
Okay, your thought before you forget.
Okay. Damn, I might have just forgot it.
Shut up. Oh my God.
Wow, I really do think I forgot it again. Dude,
Shut up.
ADHD.
Damn. But anyway, I was talking about Mitchell and his motive.
Right.
With Sammy. Sammy just looks butthurt. He's spiraling for sure.
Yeah.
Nothing he's saying is making sense.
No, nothing.
And he just looks bad.
I remembered it again. Okay. So when Sammy said, because he and Jess talked, then he walked away and he talked to the boys and he was like, I'm done with it. Like, I don't even care to have this convo anymore. Maybe if I was head over heels with her, then I'd care to talk to her, but I'm not, so I don't. So he's basically saying, like, in that moment, I'm like, so you don't care about her that much.
Well, that's just a petty boy who's being immature, so they start saying shit.
True.
And that just shows it's all red flags all around, Jess. Like, he treated you like shit just now. You're not even anything. Mm-hmm. This is literally a foreshadow that if you were in a relationship, he's going to treat you like that.
Yeah.
And when Sammy's like, and this could have been something, you know, what are we talking about? You were not closed off. You didn't plan on dating Jess. You were not interested in Jess at all. Literally at all.
And Sammy saying it could have been something. If it was up to Jess, it would already be something. So Sammy, that's on you.
Exactly.
I've been with like a toxic guy who he wanted to keep it open or whatever. And then but if I talk to another guy, it would be like the end of the world. So it's like, it's not that they care so much about you. It's that they care so much about themselves and you need to be obsessed with them. It's pumping them up.
Right.
Like he wants Jess around to pump up his tires.
Right.
And take your Lord Farquaad looking ass out of here, Sammy.
His hair bothers me so
the split
so
down
much.
The middle with the curls coming down to his ears is Lord Farquaad.
It's frizzy though because of the Spanish he eats.
Right.
It's so bad. And then Zach and Molly. We did see more of them. What are we thinking about them? Because honestly, I'm at the point where I'm tired. Like I don't want to swim upstream anymore.
Totally.
Like if they're doing something, not one of them voted them least compatible.
That says something because I don't think they did that because they're friends with Molly. You know what I mean? Like they didn't do that because they just like, that's why Catherine didn't get voted.
She did get voted though.
But like not as much as she should have.
Right.
I like Catherine. I do think they have potential.
Right.
But right now they're one of the least compatible couples just because like we haven't seen their compatibility.
Right.
I would say Jess and Sammy are more compatible right now than Catherine and Scott. Even though they had a tiff, like they do seem compatible.
I don't think so.
No?
I actually think Scott and Catherine are more compatible.
Yeah, they do seem to be getting on this episode, to be fair.
Yeah.
With them, this episode did sell me a little bit.
Well, I
on
do
them.
think they were getting along the whole time. I just think maybe
we
didn't see but his relationship with Leah. But then again, Leah says that she thinks that Scott is more just like, it's just physical, and she even sees Mitch as more, which that's forcing.
And
Mitch
that
is
was
forcing.
weird.
It's like,
Yeah.
why are you even saying his name?
Right, just say less. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Catherine and Zach,
Scott.
Catherine and Scott just had more time to get to know each other. Like, to be fair,
Right.
they were just thrown into this like a few days ago.
Exactly.
Everyone else has had weeks to, get that foundation. So it's not really fair to put them on the same playing field.
What do you think about Zach and Molly? Same vibe?
Yeah, but it is true. None of them voted the least compatible. I do think they don't argue and they do seem into each other. I think they're just like a boring couple who likes each other.
But it's so weird because in the beginning, Molly was so quirky and fun and energetic, and maybe she's saying this feels more like herself. I don't know. Maybe she's a chameleon. She's an actress. So like, who knows who she really is? Maybe that was just a front in the beginning.
Yeah, I think like she was trying so hard in the beginning. Like she's always putting on an act. Maybe with Zach, she can just like sit and be, and she doesn't have to put on an act.
He's a very
and she
chill
likes
guy
that.
to do that. I mean, they look good together.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cute where he was like, you're beautiful, and he like touched her face at lunch or something. Like that was really
I genuinely
cute.
think Zach and Molly really like each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
They could be boring, but I do think they like each other.
Okay. And then Catherine at lunch tells Scott that she's interested in him. I wonder if she'll go for the new bombshell.
He looks like he could be her type. He's giving me some Dre vibes.
Okay, but his Instagram is like way better than, obviously they just like never look good in those photos.
No, it's so hard.
But he looked so young in the photos. But then I just posted a like Instagram story of him where like my jaw was open.
Really?
Yeah. So like that's the photo that they put on Love Island.
Okay.
That's the photo
Yeah.
to the right.
He looks like an NFL player.
Right. I think he is a footballer because he football
Oh, yeah.
or rugby. Football,
One of
maybe.
the two.
No, it was a soccer ball. Yeah, it's like, do you call that a football?
Like, they
Whoa.
do. That's so weird.
Wild shit. So I don't know about that. I don't know. I can't, Scott didn't give me the Adam Collard vibes or the Adam Collard energy I was really hoping he would bring.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know about that. And then Whitney and Mehdi. Oh, yeah, we covered that. Ella and Ty. I think they are super cute. I was very skeptical of Ty because I just don't know if he is going to be turning his head in Casa. I'm just very I have my guard up with him.
I think 1,000% his head will be turning in Casa.
But when they were like talking, I do think they're compatible. Like when they were discussing the couples, like they're very honest with each other. You could tell they're not being anything but themselves. Whilst maybe some other couples are just, they're being nicer.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like they're being truly who they are. And they don't care. That's why they fight. That's why they bicker.
Yeah.
So I actually thought that chemistry between them and the compatibility actually matched. Because Ella was like saying something, but then Ty like called him out on it, which was interesting because Ty was calling out Mehdi for kissing Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks that he might be
forcing it.
Yeah.
And Ella was standing up for Mehdi, saying he's not the type of guy who's going to do something he doesn't feel. So that was interesting. I think that Ella and Ty, I wouldn't call them incompatible just because they bicker. I think the reason they bicker is because they're like extremely jealous of each other.
Yeah.
Because they like each other so much.
Yeah.
So, like, on the contrary, I think not that they're compatible. That's not like healthy necessarily to be so jealous. But they're 21. Like, that's what you do when you really like someone when you're in your early 20s. You get jealous and you're toxic.
Right.
I think they have the most genuine connection of like, Rocket almost took down our set. I think they have the most genuine connection of, I really like this person. Like, I'm obsessed with this person.
Yeah.
That I see. They're toxic.
I just don't know.
But I
just don't know what Ty is going to do in Casa.
Right. Like, all this to be said, everything I just said, I think Tyrique could be that obsessed with anyone given, like, it shakes out the right way. I think Tyrique's obsessed with Ella right now. She's gorgeous. She's the best one in the villa. But a bombshell could easily turn his head.
I don't think it'll be bombshell, though.
Casa bombshells.
Right. I think it'll be Casa girls.
Yeah, because he needs to not be under Ella's scrutiny.
Right. He needs to have freedom, lad's holiday.
Once he's on a lad's holiday, the boy be forgetting Ella.
Exactly.
Easily. Ella, though, I don't think will be turned in Casa. I think Ella will stay true, and Tyrique in Casa will turn.
I don't know.
The reason he won't turn for a bombshell is because Ella would give him so much shit. He couldn't even, like, do it. But if he doesn't have Ella or the girls giving him shit for it, it'll be a lot easier for him because that's his nature.
Exactly. Even them in the beds.
Yeah, I saw some jackrabbit moves.
I don't think it was sex. I just think it was, like, some bases.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
could be.
It's too hot and heavy right now.
Yeah.
Also, like I do like Whitney and Mehdi, but like I also don't really care to see Mehdi go to Casa unless it's like really cute. You know what I mean? Like
it could be like a
unless it's really cute
Andrew situation where the boys like rile him up to go with a new girl.
Mehdi going crazy. No, I can't.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have like sex appeal.
No.
And that's what Love Island is.
Yeah.
Or the new bombshell going for Whitney. I would just like someone to chase Whitney.
I would really like that. I would like to see like where Whitney lands.
I could see him with like a footballer.
Yeah.
I know we said no athlete, but it depends
on what
the athlete is and what's his vibe. What about the new bombshell girl? Well, first let's talk about Maya. Oh my God.
That hair.
First of all, when she walked in by the daytime, perfection face. What the hell?
Who's her glam? She doesn't have a pore. She doesn't have one little divot in that skin. It's glass.
It literally is glass. It's perfection. Just like, I can't even believe it. Her glam squad is some of the best I've seen.
She is unreal. Like, she is not a real person.
I know.
Mitch is from Mars because he's delusional, and Maya's from Mars because she's Gorgina.
Yeah,
beyond human recognition.
A galaxy.
Yeah, she is like not.
Creation.
She's immortal.
So true.
Like, we are not worthy.
And then she comes in with the black dress, which was an unreal dress.
Mm-hmm. And her glam was like phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I know. Her glam was like, it always is, and it always matches the outfit perfectly.
Totally.
And her straight hair.
So good with her straight hair, like that behind the ears.
Oh my God.
So good.
And her boobs were like tastefully in, but like perfectly what boobs should look like.
Showing just enough.
Right. Just like,
so
honestly,
good.
like if I could have my boobs at that level,
totally
that good. No barking. Or Stout was barking.
Yeah, that was my dog.
This guy is just like a lot of work. Can you just not? Anyway,
he's so cute.
Back to Maya's boobs. That dress was so insane.
Yeah, no, she's phenomenal.
I can't even. And I try to remember all the other hosts. She's the best host, right? Or you still think?
I don't know. Like, Caroline Flack is just like such an icon.
Yeah.
Like, she just like created this like movement. You know what I mean? Or else the Love Island host would be nothing. But like,
Really?
Maya's like drop dead. Caroline was gorgeous, and the other one whose name doesn't matter and I can't remember was
remember
pretty.
either.
But like Maya's like drop dead gorgeous.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then she comes and well, when they were all on their dates, they had to vote the least compatible, 2 couples with the least compatible. Who would you have said?
Honestly, I would have said Mehdi and Whitney.
Right.
I just don't think they're like a romantic couple. And I could be wrong. And that's fine. I just don't think right now that's what it is. I love whatever they're doing there, but that's what I would say.
Yeah.
And I would also probably have said Mitch and Leah.
Right. Those would be what I would choose. I'm very surprised that more people didn't vote Whitney and Mehdi. But savage. They had to say their votes.
I love when they make them do that. Oh my God. I was like, damn, they're going to make them stand up and say it.
I know. I thought that Maya was just going to bring up the couples.
Totally.
But
and they had to say, state who it is and why. So savage.
Okay, so you know how like there was a spoiler that said like the recoupling was going to be so dramatic that one person would refuse not to film?
Right.
Who do you think that is?
Right, because
Now I'm thinking Sammy.
right, in my idea, it was that Zach and Molly got bottom and they were going to refuse to film unless they could be together because
Agreed.
the spoiler was whatever. They banned the couples from recoupling back together for the rest of the foreseeable future.
The next recoupling, they can't recouple.
Okay, so it's like one recoupling. And one of the couples has threatened to never film unless they can recouple, which it's one recoupling. That's dramatic. I thought it was for the rest of the season. And now we know that the bottom couples are Mitch and Leah, which I just don't see either of them wanting to get off the show that bad. They don't believe in what they have because they have nothing. Or Sammy and Jess, but Sammy seemed upset that they couldn't recouple.
Yeah. No, he
But
seemed
that was-
upset that the people voted them. He is just,
Thank you.
his fucking pride is hurt. His ego is hurt. He's acting like a little fucking boy. Gross behavior, dude. Gross behavior.
It's also the second time in 24 hours, within 24 hours, he's in the bottom of a vote. So I think that's weighing on him. And even the prospect of a bombshell can't shake him out of it because he's so worried about what the public's thinking about him.
Right, because he wasn't even pumped about that. Everybody was dying. Like they were
Even Jess.
Jess was cracking up. And then you saw Sammy's face, like still. And I'm just like, why aren't you pumped?
And what was telling was that Maya said, "Oh, Sammy, you look upset." And he said, "I just don't think I should be here." So you're not upset because you want to couple up with Jess. He said it straight there. He's upset because he's in the bottom again.
Yes. And then he called out like Scott and Catherine and Whitney and Mehdi.
Right, which was like, you're already there.
I know, like you're literally you're digging yourself a
Right.
deeper grave.
Right. Like no one else chose them, so just relax.
I know. And like this new bombshell on him could actually be a good couple.
Totally. Who do you think's going to go for the bombshell girl?
I feel like it would be Sammy.
Right.
They look good together. They make more sense to me. I don't even know what their personalities are like than Jess and Sammy.
Right.
Jess and Sammy don't make sense to me.
And Sammy keeps saying Jess is not his natural type. So I can imagine maybe his natural type's a brunette.
A brunette, maybe size 0, wearing
Big
literally
titties.
string covering up the important parts.
No, truly. I was like, that dress was a brave choice.
Oh my God.
How much wardrobe tape was keeping her together?
I was speechless.
Couldn't catch me dead.
Things would be popping out of those slits that people should not see.
Things you don't think would pop out if I was wearing that. Like, you could not catch me.
Yeah, that was a bold
She was wearing a
choice.
net.
But yeah, she was. But I do think she and Sammy would look fantastic together.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan of Sammy, but I just physically, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy and Jess don't make sense.
I wonder if he's going to try.
Is it Sammy and Jess refusing? Or they said one Islander. I don't think they meant couple.
I just can't see either of them refusing to film. Because that's essentially like, kick me off. Because Love
Right.
Island isn't going to be like, you don't want to film? Like, what can we do to keep you? They're going to be like, okay, bye. We'll call in the next bombshell.
Yeah. And none of those are like key players except for like, it's like, why don't just Jess and Mitch recouple?
Right.
I actually kind of like that this is starting to slowly.
Well, also Jess did say in the episode, which I don't think we touched on, that she was like, I don't want to write Mitch off because I do think there could be something more than friends. Which was like not shocking to me because I think, and she did allude to this, that she's always had a crush on Mitch and he's finally paying her attention. I think like Mitch in the back of her mind might be endgame.
Totally.
But she wants to like suss out if Mitch is being real. I
mean,
think.
she was like, Mitch, can you come here?
First one she sought out.
Exactly.
I could see it. I would like that arc.
Me too.
And if Mitch was like normal and good about it, I'd root for it.
Maybe would stop him from acting so weird because now he's in a secure place.
Right.
Maybe he just doesn't do well with this. He's just running around with his head cut off.
Yeah.
He's a chicken with his head cut off.
I mean, there is like, you know, the public humiliation to consider that no girl wants you. Like that's got to weigh on you.
Yeah. Which is kind of probably what like Leah's feeling. Totally. And how she's gorgeous.
Stunning. In the real world, like she can knock him out of the park.
I know.
She's just gotten like a bad hand of cards dealt her in this villa.
I think she maybe should just open up and stop being so flirty.
Yeah.
Like maybe this is like a lesson of to like stop being so flirty.
Yeah.
And like open up. I don't know. I think we covered everything for today. Do you think?
I sure do.
And then we have the bombshells. But yeah, I'm still confused. But also just like the chokehold that this show has on me. Every morning I'm like, it's like, you don't even want to know what time I wake up. You would literally kill me.
No. I woke up at 5 a.m. today because I was with anxiety of going to work.
Shut up.
Yeah, just like I have to go to work. And then like my AC is not working as we discussed. Like, and then it's humid in my room. Also, my washing machine's broken. So I was like, anyway, we don't need to get into my life. But
damn,
anyway.
It's summer.
And it's summer.
With this record high temps.
Record high. But when you posted today that sneak peek of one of the Islanders doesn't want to film, the way I rushed to put on today's episode.
I know.
I get butterflies for these episodes. Every episode is delivering, though. I will say that. This season is bringing it. Say what you will, but the season brings it.
100%. So, okay, yeah, I'm literally itching for tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll wake up and pray there's a first look. Even those first looks aren't giving me nothing.
No, I know. I don't even like
pay attention.
I don't even need the first looks. That's how good it is
to get me through till the fucking episode comes out. Hors d'oeuvre. All right, I think that's it for today. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.